Hey, yo, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. How we feeling? How we feeling? The Bears are capitulating. The bottom is in. The money printers are on, and holy shit, it's a whole new day, y'all. Tweet out the room, you know what to do. Let's get this shit going. Um all the numbers we got this week were good. CPI was good, PPI was good. Woke up this morning to a $27,000 Bitcoin. Not bad. What did I do? I closed all 7 of my long positions, and I flipped short for the short term because I think, yeah, we've been coming back down a little bit, and we added 20,000 Cro to our long position in Tectonic, so we are killing it. We are killing it, and there's a lot going on with Fulcrum that I wanted to talk to you guys about. First and foremost, I noticed something very important this morning when I was closing some positions. There's a big difference between MMF and their perpetual decks, MadMex and Fulcrum, in the way that you put in limit orders. If you place a limit order with Fulcrum, it actually holds the USDC. So I didn't know where, like, I thought I had lost money, but I actually had $100 that was sitting in a limit order that I forgot I put in. So if you have limit orders uh, that you forgot about, there's probably USDC sitting in it. All right, so Twitter's still bugging, huh? No one can make it up here. Sean tried. Let's see if anybody else can do it. Hoddles, you want to give it a shot? Murph, Bach, what's up, y'all? I mean, I can just go off because there's plenty to talk about, even just with Fulcrum. So they seem to be gearing up to hopefully add Cro as collateral because their pre-sale is done, and the bot protection obviously worked because they only hit 135% of the overflow, which could have gone all the way up to 200%. And it went the whole 24 hours. So everybody had a chance if they filled it out. And which I didn't, by the way. Did we talk about this yesterday? Did I yell at you guys? Because I meant to. I asked y'all politely and nicely, like, what am I missing with Fulcrum? I fucking woke up on time because Hoddle was giving me shit. I woke up at 4:45 a.m. for a 5 a.m. pre-sale, but I hadn't filled out the Google form or whatever the fuck. There was one little thing that you had to do, and guess what? That stopped all the bots. Because look at the pre-sale. 24 hours it lasted, and it didn't make it all the way. So that shows you what we're dealing with in terms of real people. Like, this is this is how many real people we have. There's not a lot of us, y'all. There's no mystery. So let's solve this mystery. We lost Texas already. Bach, mic check.
Yo, what's up, Alpha?
Hey, sounding good. How we feeling?
Yeah, bro. You jumped on DYDX yet?
I did, but they smacked me down. They said, "Hey, get out of here, America." They're not. They're not having.
Okay.
They're not having it,
I guess that's what's gonna stop you. Yeah, dude.
bro.
Things are pretty good.
It doesn't take much to stop me. A Google form or a IP blocker, and I'm turning around.
Only on the mobile. If you do it on the desktop, there's no IP blocker.
Thank you, Texas.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm testing kind of like the limits of DYDX, bro. I open up the short position at 27K,
Yeah, me too.
and dude, this thing is just awesome, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like there's no gas fees to do these like small little things. Um, but yeah, no, dude, I'm pretty excited. The market looks pretty hot.
The market is red hot, Bach, and I dropped my wife off at the ferry, at the boat. So
Yeah, dude, the fucking bond market is just they don't even know what to do, dude. Like shit is it's going up, it's going down. It's fucking. But is that the yields are definitely down though. It's interesting.
well, Texas
Um,
and I are both gonna
dude,
have extra money every month because our mortgage payments are going down, right, bud?
That's right. Did you protest and win?
I did not protest. What am I protesting?
Okay.
well, how does your mortgage payment go down?
Interest rates are dropping. I got an adjustable.
Every year,
Adjustable every. Oh, go ahead,
every year
Texas.
I go to the Harris County tax appraisal office with a spreadsheet of all of my neighbors' property values, and I say that my house is worth less than it is, and every year my property taxes go down because I argue.
Wow, that would not work around here, Texas. But I like your style. You know, you don't you don't give an inch, and I fucks with it. Bach, how long are we going short for? Cause big picture, I'm long on this bitch, but we went up quick this morning, so I figured a little short never hurt anybody.
Well, dude, I'm short. So look, I started off. I went short 6 Bitcoin, bro. The shit is crazy on DYDX, bro. Like how fucking smooth this
Bro,
shit is.
how many X's is
Uh,
that?
I
How do you get to 8 Bitcoin?
I think I had about like 30 grand in the account.
Okay, so you didn't even leverage
So
it that hard.
no. I used the leverage, but it's just like it was so smooth, like how fast like the execution was. Like the moment like it started touching that 27, I started. I have to stream this shit
No,
so
I
you
would
can understand.
appreciate if
Uh,
you even just did a screen recording, because I have been enjoying Fulcrum and trying to get used to Fulcrum because it's faster.
dude, like I'm tired of NFTs, bro. This like I'm like, dude, this DYDX got me completely turned, dude. I was like,
You
holy
sound
shit,
turned,
dude.
bro. You sound fucking
It's like you
Like,
lit.
first hit a
I,
meth.
Take
dude,
it
this is
easy,
this is
Texas.
worse than
Jesus.
best, bro. It's because, dude, they have so many markets and they're all 24/7, and I'm just like, dude, the opportunities are everywhere, and like, dude, you just need a $50,000 account to have $1 million buying power.
Oh,
You
oh,
know, like don't tell
I'm
anybody
with it.
this,
I'm fucking with it.
but
But
dude,
Bach, we got to slow it down because people are just rolling in here, and I'm starting to see comments that say, "What is shorting?" So let's dial it back. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Cro. I hope you guys got your coffee. I hope you grabbed some Cro. I'm still buying it. I'm still buying Cro because don't forget that shit was 9 cents like a month ago for a second. But I,
before we begin,
what?
though, Alpha, just like, dude, I do not jinx us. Do not come up here and start telling us about how you're gonna buy a penthouse with the mad sick gains. I
Have I
swear to God,
ever
dude.
said that, dude?
No. I'm not saying you, Alpha. I'm just saying somebody's gonna come up here and talk about how like Crow's gonna go back to like 40, 50 cents, and they're gonna get like a house and all this
40, 50
shit,
cents,
pay
bro.
off
They
their
skip
mortgage.
right over that shit. They go straight to Cro to a dollar every
And,
time.
and I swear to God,
Every
dude,
time.
every time this shit happens, 2 or 3 days later, we just fucking dump. And then, dude, before we begin, tell Chris not to fucking tweet out hashtag Bitcoin or we're going to the moon or any like pumpy shit, dude. Because I swear to God, every time that shit happens, bro, I feel like it signals retail and then we just get
Yeah,
fucking
that's what I
dumped
don't
on.
understand though. Is like it happens every single time. Just like when a bank says, "Don't panic," everything's fine, and they want to make sure everybody.
Let me just come in
Let me
here
come in
and
here.
comment on that.
Let me come in here, please. That's not what the bank said. The bank didn't say everything is fine. When SVB got bailed out,
It depends
then the
what bank
CEO
you're
said,
listening to.
No, fucking Joe Biden said
Yeah.
everything is fine, Jimmy.
And
Well,
Janet.
okay, then
Janet
that's
came
not the
out of
bank, is
hiding.
it? That is the bank. He is the guy who represents the federal government.
Well, he's the one that appoints the bank heads and the fucking
No, he
treasuries and
doesn't.
all
Congress has to approve the Federal Reserve Chairman. What are you talking about? He can't just appoint him.
But who nominates? Who nominates these people,
The
Jimmy?
Senate Financial Committee.
Wait, you're telling me that who nominates the Fed chair? I believe that's the president.
No, well, the president usually has a large say over it, but that's because they also sign it.
Okay, dude, let's not get into the minutiae
Yeah,
of this
yeah.
bullshit, Jimmy. What's
Okay,
up,
fine.
bro?
Anyway, I was going to say this. So let me come in here and say a few points. The first point is that the bank didn't say everything is fine. The bank did say that.
Jimmy, how's this shit gonna make us money today,
Yeah.
bro? Because like I
We
swear,
don't
I'm
have
tired
time,
of your
Jimbo.
bullshit, bro.
Well, when the market's up like it is right now, you don't have time.
I got time for like.
Tell us the
Yeah,
next
I got
move,
time
Jimmy.
for moves.
Up or down?
You got
Well,
moves?
it's going up. Everyone needs to buy as much as they can because it is quantitative easing. $4 trillion liquidity is coming in.
4. I heard 2.
There's going to be. Well, no, it's $2 trillion for the regional banks, $2 trillion for the large banks.
God damn! How much for me, Jimbo? What do I get?
You don't get any of it. That's how it works.
All right.
The only way that you get it is if you get a loan from a bank. Then you get it.
Okay, Jimmy, I cover more of my short position.
You don't have
I'm
any
listening,
positions.
Jimmy.
You're a scammer. Anyway, so
Yeah,
let me just
where's
go
the
beyond
screen
it.
recording?
Jimmy, you're a fucking
Jesus
otter.
Christ. I got a mute already, huh? It's 9:57. 58. Pulu's had his hand up. What's going on, Pulu? Where you been, bro?
What's up, everybody? I'm doing good. It's really been a long time since I've been in these in the Twitter spaces and NFT spaces at that, or crypto spaces. I
Yo, no
apologize.
shit, Pulu. I haven't seen you in like 8 months, bro.
I know it's bro. The market, in my opinion, it just everything went down, and after that, I just started looking for other ventures to make some money.
Oh, a fair
Money
weather
wasn't
fan.
made.
I have a few
I
ideas.
see you. You come around when it's good.
No, okay. To be fair, I have no idea what's going on in the crypto space. I'm coming here because I was looking for a space to get some information from and make it like
Well, I'm
my
willing to give you
morning
information,
habitual.
but let me just explain that the crypto space is a highly speculative asset. You should be very careful. And
Oh,
anyone
of
who
course.
tries to mute me for saying something like that is
I
you're
would
not
never,
very
Jimmy. I
smart.
was muting Bach. Come on, you know this.
Yeah. When
I
people
just came
try and
here.
say,
I'm
for
gonna
example,
spend.
crypto is better than this, crypto is better than that, a crypto bank didn't get bailed out, guys. Actually, the only bank that got closed permanently was that bank. Signature Bank got closed. SVB is still in business. So at the same time, let's not forget, just have a reasonable limit of risk. When you're a young person like yourself, you don't really understand what risk is. But Alpha and I, Alpha's 45, I'm 47.
Bro, I'm 40.
We
Chill.
experienced, yeah, whatever.
You know,
We experienced several financial crises. So, for example, in the 90s, there was 3. It was painful. It was really painful at the time. And this is at the time when everyone said the Cold War ended and everything's going to be really good. 2000s came around, got really bad, really, really bad, very fast. And it took a while. And yet, you're young people, 10 years of low interest rates, nothing bad happened, just growth? That's just not how it really works. So people invest in crypto because they think they can make these 10x, 100x gains like they did if they had bought Apple back in the day. And when I mean back in the day, I mean Alpha's 50 years old. So, he could have bought Apple in the late 90s pretty easily if he had a college fund, but no one held it. Very few people held it. The only people who held it were older people in their pension funds under the 401k Roth IRA. And so they saw their pension funds 10x. And then everyone who's young just wants a piece of that. They're thirsty for those gains. What's so important here is that you realize you probably will not get those gains. That's the
All
truth.
right.
The
I
chances
appreciate it.
are, but when people come into this space, they say, oh, that's stupid, buy Bitcoin, and they're 18 years old. And then they come in and say, you guys don't know what you're talking about. This is going to be the asset of the future. They're trying to project what they wish they had.
I can
Okay?
show you how to make
Now,
money.
how old are you? Now, let me ask very quickly. I'm guessing you're, 19, 20?
Not a
I'm
bad
19.
guess,
Yeah, I
Jimbo.
just turned 19 in
Jesus.
December.
You're 19. So the truth
Yeah.
is, the best thing you can get into right now is real estate. interest rates are high, that gives you a good learning curve. When interest rates get lower and you have your experience, you have your brokerage license, then it becomes a hot market again. And you can make a lot of money. The people who had made the most money during that low interest rate environment were people who were, to be honest, were real estate brokers. Why? They took no risk. Real estate brokers take no risk. And you know what? Of all
No
the
risk
things a
is
young person can
boring,
do,
Jimmy.
Jimmy, he didn't come here to sell real estate. Jimmy, he
well,
came here to
that's
buy
just,
Boring.
he's
NFTs.
19.
I'm
How
not
Hey,
about you
so.
buy
hey, I
some
Oh
appreciate
man,
it,
Bitcoin?
if you
Jimmy.
guys
I,
think
I
You're
that's
really
giving
do
boring,
X
appreciate
shame
it.
fucking
on you.
long on
I'm just
that
trying to
shit.
give good advice.
He came
Yeah,
here
no,
to
I
buy
want. Hey,
JPEGs
I'll
and
take all
pictures.
the game. I'll take all free game. Anybody gives me free game, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna listen for
Real
sure.
estate
I
market
appreciate it.
is free game because you have zero risk involved if you're a
There's
broker.
no such thing as zero
Now,
risk.
in crypto, real estate agents just take fees though.
Yeah, just like
What?
stockbrokers and
Well,
investment.
stockbrokers are very hard. It's very automated. Stock brokerage is now pretty automated, but real estate, there's a lot of legal stuff. You have to get a brokerage license and so forth. You really can't automate a brokerage license. You just can't. So yeah, again, what I'm just trying to say is this: I respect a 19-year-old learning about crypto, but don't let the older people who did make a lot of money tell you that you should buy it because
Don't
it
let
will make
anybody
you
tell you
rich.
what to do, man. Pulu, here's what I
Thank you.
respect. Pulu is
Thank you.
back, you know? Pulu is
Yeah, I
still
appreciate it.
fucking here.
But the reason why he's back is because he sees that with this
I don't.
backstop, there's a lot
I'm
of
You
not
don't
gonna
know
lie,
liquidity
why
in the
he's
Jimmy.
back.
market.
Whatever your reason is, it's
I know
wrong.
what's
It's
back.
completely wrong. I'm just back just because I want to be back because I know tech is the future and I'm all with blockchain.
Yeah,
I'm
but
with
when people
blockchain.
say tech is the future, if you look at the Nasdaq right now, it's about where it was in 2020. The truth is,
That's
most of these tech companies aren't really tech companies. Let me give you an
Hey,
example.
my
Google has
my little nephew.
$300 billion in the bank. Apple has $500 billion in the bank. They make most of their revenue right now from just holding treasury assets from interest because they have more money in the bank than 95% of countries in the world. And those countries had to print their money. Apple actually had to make it. So it's not Apple's not really a tech
So
company anymore. It's
who do
like
you respect more?
Gucci of tele. What do you mean? What?
What? Murph, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, all work and no play. You fucks. 364 days a year can we talk shop. Today's St. Patty's Day. Who gives a
Oh my god, is
fuck?
this guy wasted at
Let's
10
Well,
get
but
a.m.?
there are a lot of us who aren't Irish, so I don't see how it's relevant to us at all.
everybody's Irish on St. Patty's
I'm
No, it's not
actually
Day.
a
Let's
true.
quarter
go.
I was
Irish. I'm a
oppressed by
quarter
the Irish
Irish.
people
I'm a
for
quarter
decades, for
Irish.
Happy
generations.
St.
Jimmy,
Patrick's Day to you.
Thank you. I
The
care
Irish people
so
committed a
much.
massive genocide against my people. I don't want to say
what are
anything
you,
about
a
St.
fucking
Patrick's
potato?
Day.
Go eat a potato, drink some vodka.
I love this space. I'm
Let,
happy
let me just
I
say
joined
this,
here.
It's
Alpha.
whiskey,
I'm not letting you
Texas.
say shit.
Whiskey.
There are 3 hands up. Let's go, Jim Star. What's up, Jimmy?
Yo, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Jimmy, come on now, be good, be good. Yeah, and please can we go back to the shorting business? Because I'm hearing some things that a lot of NFT funders have been financially irresponsible with this shorting business, and they are using mint funds and shorting and longing, and it's going to end up very bad for the whole community. So, can please back and Alpha tell us more about this shorting
Okay,
and how to
wait
do it
1 second.
Yeah,
responsibly.
Love you,
I
Jim
hope we didn't get
Star.
the.
I love y'all. I can't fuck with this today. Today's my day. It's my one fucking holiday that I love
All
the most. I'm
right,
going back to YouTube.
Murphy.
See y'all later. I'll catch you.
Happy
Happy
St.
days!
Patty's Day.
Drink a
let,
Guinness
let
for
me
me
just say
now.
this. Let me come in here.
Have a great
Let me come in here and say a few things about that, if you don't mind. Yeah, I understand today's a holiday, but it's not actually a bank holiday. The truth is, you need to watch the markets. I think
It's a
there's gonna
bank
be a lot of.
holiday in Ireland. Yeah, sorry, Jamie, I'm not going to let that slide. It's bank holiday.
No, it's not a bank holiday in the United States of America. The only country that
So
actually
everybody
matters.
does the world doesn't revolve around United States. This is an international
Yes, it does.
space.
Literally, the whole point of this conversation is what happens in the United States. It's becoming the bank of the world. That's the truth. We're providing liquidity for everything now, and I don't think you guys realize this.
I think we do. I think we do. You know, everything.
It's unfortunate that we do. We shouldn't have done this, but we are in this position.
I'm with you, Jimmy.
Jimmy, can I ask real quick? You're telling us all these things that's going bad, but what are you doing about it? Like, what are
Oh,
you
what am I
doing?
positive about?
Yeah, like I
Okay,
no
so
no
there are
no,
two
not
things I'm
even what you're
positive about.
positive about. Like, so you're explaining all these things that are going bad with the banks, the money, all that stuff. I think we kind of we get that, but what are you going to do that's going to like not let this be bad for you? If that question
Yeah,
makes sense.
personally. Sure. I'm investing and buying prison stocks, which I'm sure you're aware of and you know have a lot of experience with. And then I'm also buying pharmaceutical stocks
Oh shit, Jimmy, we're
like
losing your
Grindr.
audio. Sorry, man. Oh, that's Bach.
Bach.
Oh, that was low. That was low. Block. Bach played static, and I thought it was so I booted Jimmy. That was amazing. That was calculated and cold blooded, but he's coming back up. Truck, what's
Bot
up?
blocked.
I would love to hear anybody else who has
Oh,
plans. Oh yeah,
Hulu.
Jimmy's
I'll
back.
I'll
Okay, good.
I'll
Oh,
hit you up
hey,
real quick with what I do. It's because it sounds like there's a bunch of NFT founders out here that have been getting it twisted. I hedge everything. You know, like I'm long term long on crypto. I'm long on Cro. I'm
Yeah,
long
let
on
me just finish what I
Bitcoin.
was saying, Alpha.
I'm long on ETH, fucking and Matic. Those are my four, right? But when things pump, I short that shit hard. As far as that bar goes to the right, I am pushing it. And even if it's just $20, $30, that's my hedge so that if things do drop, I don't have to worry about my long positions because I can liquidate my
Technically, if you
shorts
just buy something,
and
isn't
put
that
that
just a
in
long
as
position?
extra liquidity because we don't have a lot of liquidity, right, Jimmy? There's a lot of people, not a lot of liquidity.
Uh, I thought the exact opposite was going on right now. Now there's a lot of liquidity coming
No, I'm
in.
talking about in Web3 in crypto
Oh,
Twitter.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
The
you're not a
main
bank,
reason for the
Jimmy.
lack of liquidity
You're not a
in Web3.
goddamn bank. You don't have access to this goddamn liquidity, Jimmy.
Well,
Tell me
VC
how you
funds
can.
do. Don't be like that. VC funds have access to it because
Yeah,
they
That's
have
why you gotta
access
racist,
be
to prime
like
brokers.
that,
Jimmy.
Bach?
The Bach, you're a scammer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Show me some evidence, Jimmy, please. You know, I'm tired of this bullshit, Alpha. I'm tired of Jimmy. I'm tired of you, Jimmy. I don't care. You know?
I don't know
Okay.
if that was a
wait,
rebuttal.
Jimmy, I want you to continue.
I'll allow it, but
Jimmy, I want you to finish. Tell us
Yeah,
what you got
so
going on.
I'm investing in prison stocks and pharmaceuticals. You know why? People are getting older, right? If they get older and people are getting poorer. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it's good for me because if you look at the incarceration rate, it's going up. And if you look at the cost of medicine and the amount of medicine required to basically provide medical care for an aging population, it's getting quite a lot as well. And look, the pharmaceutical stocks were what made the most money during COVID. Those pharmaceutical stocks made far more returns than most crypto during COVID. You know, like Moderna, right? So we have to invest for the future 10 years from now, but buy it when it's cheap right now. Buy it when it's cheap. There will be like a bank, there will be a global prison company. Like it will be the company for prisons in the United States in 10 years. I promise you that.
yeah, it's called Skynet. Um,
No,
Greg,
it's not. There are three
Wait,
major
and
prison
you
companies
want
in
to
the United States.
invest in that, Jimmy? You want to invest in
Because
prisons?
every single time states and federal governments are having to basically hand over prisons because they can't afford them, right? They can't raise the same amount of money as they had before, and the incarceration rate's going up. There's not a single prison in the United States that isn't massively overcrowded. They're trying to build more, so they're using private prison entities to do it. There's nothing wrong in investing in this because it is a highly profitable industry. They
Can
lease
I? Can
people.
I? I'm
Can I
sorry. Can
interject
I?
They
here?
Real
lease to
quick.
You
people.
invest in
Alpha.
education.
yeah,
Let me
you
explain
jump
how
right
I
the
in
have.
there,
prison
I.
Greg.
companies
Invest
make
in
Can
money.
children so you don't have to
I'm
invest
sorry.
in
I have to
jails.
step in. I'm sorry.
It's an actually very strong industry, believe it or not.
Jimmy, 1 second, bro.
Yo, bro.
In this recorded space, thank you, Alpha, for the mic. Grand rising to everyone. Jimmy, you're a cool guy and all, but you know, on a recorded space early in the morning while we're drinking our fucking coffee and you're talking about investing into the prison industrial system, bro, you are a fucking asshole. You suck. But I love everyone else. The prison industrial complex is one of the biggest fucking fraud, scamming, fucking everyone's life over things that
Like
we
banks,
have
right?
in this country. Bro, shut up. That we have in
Wait,
this
why are
country, and
banks
that is the
more
reason why
morally
so many people
good
feel
than
so
prisons?
indifferent and so many people hate the world. Fuck the prison industrial complex. If you're investing in that, then you can just go
But
suck
you're
a big
investing in
fat.
banks, aren't you? You have money in a
No,
bank.
bro. No, bro. No, bro. All of
You
my
never
fiat
use
has
a
been
bank.
converted to fucking Bitcoin and Ethereum, bro. Kiss my ass. I bank for myself.
Uh-huh. So basically the argument is he's so detached from reality, he doesn't even want to use a credit card. Hey, man, that's fine. The truth is, if you want to make a lot of money, make a lot of money in things that are true, so true that people get angry about them.
Jimmy, I don't think that was his point. I get your like I get your point, and I appreciate the information. I really do. But what I think WTF is trying to say is like, bro, obviously you should do what's best for you, but then at the same time, what you do comes back to you. And what I mean by that, this is just a universal law that which I believe in. What you put out there will come back to you. I'm not saying you're gonna go to jail or something
Hey,
horrible like
can I
that
can
gonna
I
happen.
ask you, do you realize that
He
most
might.
billionaires in America made their money
That's
through
fine, Jimmy. I'm
questionable
not.
ways?
That's fine. I understand most billionaires have to do some real, like, crazy, not nice stuff. I understand that. But are you trying to become a billionaire, or you just want to be financially free?
I would say this: let's follow in the footsteps. They've obviously are successful. I'll give you a couple examples. Let's not forget that Joe Kennedy
No, 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 no,
wasn't,
no, 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 no. No examples.
moonshining.
Answer the question, Jimmy. I think that's a great
Billionaire,
question.
billionaire,
Okay.
Okay,
billionaire. And
hey,
the truth
look,
is, every single president of the United States, if their family was rich, you got to look at how their family made money. It was pretty bad. It
yeah,
was either through
obviously, but you don't need to be them. That's why there's these new spaces, these
God,
new
guys.
opportunities.
This is America, okay? We're a business. Give me
But
I
no
agree
one
motherfucking
with
in
you.
this
money.
space is trying to be fiat rich and invest into the oppressive
Oh yeah,
systems
you want to be
that we have
fiat
all
poor,
been.
but
All
heart
of us
rich.
have been victimized by the oppressive systems that your
No,
ass
I
sitting here talking.
haven't. Not
And
once.
some way, shape, or form, you have, whether if you know it or not.
No, I've never
Jimmy,
been
Yeah,
victimized,
he's
man.
got that white
everything,
otter
every
privilege.
person in America does is influenced by the government one way. Everything you do on a
Yeah,
daily
that's called
basis is
getting rich. Why
influenced
did
by the
everyone invest in
government.
the stock market when interest rates were really low? Yeah, they're using the government's inability to raise interest rates because they wanted a cheap, low interest rate economy.
And we got it.
You
Man, Jimmy got me over here ready to eat some pork bacon, bro. And I stopped eating pork like 12 years ago, bro. Good morning to everyone. GM. I love all you guys. I'm headed into work. I just had to stop in and say what's up. Damn, Bach left. I wanted to say I love him, man. Mr. Hoddle, keep doing your motherfucking thing, my guy. Troopers, much respect. Texas, keep being a lion. Do you. Pulu, much love. Jimmy, fuck off.
Lots of love, Chuck.
I don't
Hey,
see why
it's
someone
always
said.
good to have y'all up here. No shit. I don't care what anybody says. Texas, what do you got?
Man, this was so long. You were going to talk about people in the comments talking about short and what does that mean, and then Cole, the great guy, he gave us this little like handy dandy Americanized version, So we like to keep it simple, and on crypto.com, you can buy an up and you can buy it down, and when you buy an up, you think the market's going to go up or the particular position's going to go up, and if you buy it down, you think that position's going to go down. And it's regulated, which means you're not going to get some scary red message in front of your MetaMask that makes you like question your assets.
They make it really hard on MetaMask to get to Fulcrum Finance, bro. Like, my thumbs are too big or something. Like, it's a hypertext link and it's so small and you can't zoom in. You can't like pinch to zoom. Uh, but if you persevere and you find that link that says I don't care, continue forward, um, you can make it to 25x leverage, which is a step up from what crypto.com is doing. But you got to start small. And remember, you use what you can lose. That is the number one fucking rule around here. Whether you're putting it in a bank or you're buying Bitcoin, make sure you don't care about it too much. Let's go. We're gonna tell all of you what longing and shorting is We're going to try and boil it down to basics and also give some advanced alpha for people that are looking for the plays today. So let's go Jim Star, Gray, and then Pulu.
Yeah, and thank you, Alpha. Yeah, just talking about this long and short thing. And when you do tell us about this long and short, how excited do you get with if you do you think it's something that's going to be regulated like gambling, or is it gambling? Those are the how sure what what homework do you do? What research do you do before you press the long and short button, and or are you just going on a whim?
You have to
It's
calculate
a
your
great
financial
question,
risk.
Jimmy.
You need to calculate your
I'm
position.
talking to the good Jimmy. It's a great question. And I think that everything that I do these days is research for my longs and my shorts. Not just but studying the charts and using the TA that I've learned from you guys. Researching the companies and protocols that we're investing in. Talking to founders, talking to consumers and investors, keeping my finger on the pulse of what's going on around here, because it's all speculation and the market moves according to what people think it's going to do. So as long as we're staying on top of things, I feel like we have an edge. And when you have an edge, you can whether you call it gambling or not, it's all about having an edge. And if you're a professional gambler, you're good at poker, you know how to count cards, right? There's nothing illegal about going to a casino and using your edge, but you can bet your fucking whole bag that that casino is going to do everything in their power to get you the fuck out of there, right? Casinos are regulated. Web3 is the wild fucking west. So we give a lot of props to crypto.com for doing it properly, because everything we do in DeFi is attached to crypto.com. So because they built the chain. So we're banking on them, and we're long on crypto in general, but then we're hedging our bets by shorting the market when it's overbought. And it's going to be overbought a lot, especially now when the money printer turns on again, like it did when we first got here 2 years ago, and money was just fucking pumping into the population. It was the pandemic. People were getting stimmy checks, and everything was going into the markets, into speculation. So just stay on top of things. Stay with us. Keep coming back. It works if you work it. You got to tweet out the fucking room. All of this makes it go round. And this is the only daily Twitter space that's been going since all this shit started. We've been here since Kronos started, day one. What up, Pulu?
I have some quick questions, real quick, actually, regarding like crypto and everything. What are like I said, I used to be in it, but I'm not in the loop no more, so I'm just getting back around. But what are some good resources y'all use regarding like news with like blockchain, and then like specific sources that you guys trust, and then also what are some
I
other.
would say this: you should for news sources. They usually are owned. I don't know if you know this. The largest crypto news source is actually owned by Binance. CoinDesk, is that the name of it? It's pretty bad, man.
CoinDesk, yep.
Yeah, it's owned by Binance, believe it or not. I would instead focus in on the videos of
Videos?
the technologists who try and explain
Okay.
how certain projects are being worked on and so forth. There are two types of videos: videos that are advertisements, like a lot of for example, Solana videos are essentially advertisements talking about how good their tech is. What you should find is, of course, people who talk about not tokens, but how bad the tech is, to evaluate the argument strength. Now, what I do is, just to understand what's going on, if you're looking at the ETH ecosystem, the most important thing was to watch the videos of the ETH roll-up founders and to hear their opinions of what they think the future of ETH will be. And then you
And
realize how
you're boring everybody. Pulu, what I would do is I would go to YouTube. I would follow the Crypto Report. I would follow Coin Bureau. I would avoid BitBoy as much as possible. But sometimes you just got to do it. There's some other really good ones. But the first one, Crypto Report, really good with and Everything Crypto. Those two have a lot of Chronos material, and that's rare.
I appreciate it. And I also, one last thing, it's not a question, but I did want to say I'm on my way to learning how to become a project manager, and I guess a little self-advertising. But if anybody's starting new businesses, anything, and I'm gonna be learning IT as well, so regarding tech as well.
Wait, aren't you 19?
Yeah.
I think as a project manager at the age of 19, it's a little bit tough because.
Oh, I said I'm on my way to becoming one. Like, I'm working toward it. Like,
Good
I'm
for
not
you,
saying I'm
Pulu.
there
We're
yet.
proud of you, man.
I'm just trying.
Yeah, I would say this just to answer the question in particular. Most of the people who are losing their jobs right now in tech are project managers. They're just concerned to be
Yeah, but that's
middle
because they
management.
suck at their job.
Most of the Facebook. Well, Facebook though. I mean, like I think they're trying to
I'm not
hire
gonna
the
lie
best.
with you. I'm gonna figure it out because I'm him, and life ain't fair. You need to understand that. So regardless of what's going on around the world, I'm gonna make it work. My point being is, if any of you guys
That's not true though.
planning
Most
on
people
God,
don't
doing
Jimmy,
make it
let him
work.
go.
that, Jimmy, those are the people who don't put in as much work as the next person. All right, Jimmy, that's not me. I'm
I
the
mean,
person
putting
who
in
puts
work
in
in a
that.
prison
I'm not gonna
still means
argue
that you're in
about this.
prison.
I do not want to argue about how
Another
hard
good
our
source
job
is Gold Pony Crypto.
Hey, thank you, Texas.
Thank you.
Trooprz, what's up with you, bro?
Yeah, good source.
I think Gray had his hand up first.
All right.
Appreciate you, Trooprz. What's poppin', everybody? How's it going this morning? Happy St. Patrick's Day, Crofam. Except for Jimmy. Sorry, bro. You've just been fucking nothing but a nuisance this morning, bro. And I'm fucking sick of it, honestly. Yo, I hope everyone else is having a fucking
You too.
awesome, amazing day. And doesn't interrupt everybody when they're speaking like this motherfucker. And also,
Are you referring to me?
yeah, I am, Jimmy, because you're currently doing it again. So yo, guys, I'm running a special right now. If anybody grabs one of these EPs today for St. Patrick's Day, I'm gonna drop you a little spermie. So free NFT if you grab the EP. What's good? Also, about to be snowboarding, like right now. So y'all have a fucking amazing day.
Right.
Hey,
You
my
got a
brother
beeper.
said you're
You got
lucky.
a
He wants
phone
to go
tone.
snowboarding too, Gray.
But let me just say this. I'm going to answer because he accused me of being a
Let me
motherfucker
just
alpha.
boot
Let me just
this motherfucker. Trooprz, go ahead. What's up?
Holy shit! Hold on, before you go, Troops, real quick. I just gotta say, man, I don't understand how you guys hate Jimmy so much. I understand like he does some weird stuff, but my boy, he be giving y'all some information. He be feeding y'all. He's like the only one who can really go back and forth with Bach on the intellectual stuff that nobody else chooses to challenge him on, bro.
I
So you
love the
guys should
guy,
probably give
man.
him a little bit of
I
free reign here. You
keep
know what
it
I
up
mean?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
No,
just
this
booted
man's
him.
Hold on. Do you know
investing
what?
in private
Do you know what's
prisons,
weird?
dog. He's a piece of shit. Fuck that
I had
guy.
my hand up. I had my hand up there patiently because I honestly felt like I'd woken up in some sort of parallel universe. I was starting to question all my thoughts and feelings because for the first time ever, I found myself in agreement with the majority of what Jimmy was saying. And there was a lot in there that I didn't agree with, by the way, and his delivery of it and his interruption is a pain in the ass. But it all started with his views on St. Paddy's Day because, hey, happy St. Paddy's Day, everybody. But, like, it's a fucking Irish holiday. People in Scotland don't know when St. Andrew's Day is. People in Wales don't know when St. David's Day is. People in England don't know when St. George's Day is. But they're all fucking running around with fucking Irish leprechaun hats on, drinking Guinness, thinking they're fucking
Marketing.
Irish. Like,
It was
I
good
don't get it.
marketing.
I don't,
Good marketing.
well, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. So it started off with that, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of in agreement with Jimmy here, but I'm not going to make a big deal. And then he went on to a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what's happened to me today. But
Hold on.
anyway,
So I just have to point out that means we are in a parallel universe because you were in agreement with what Jimmy said, and you're in agreements with me today again, as well as yesterday.
I
So
know.
so I definitely think we've traveled off of the road
These are
traveled.
bullish divergences, y'all. These are bullish motherfucking divergences. Things are looking up. Hey, we haven't even checked the charts. I don't know how you guys are so bullish. We haven't even looked yet. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. You'd never believe who these numbers are brought to you by, or maybe you would, because it's crypto.com. Please don't let him be your daddy, for fuck's sake. Bitcoin is retracing here, 26,290. I'll take it. Like Jimmy and I told you,
Let's
not a bad short
go.
position to take
6290.
this morning. Not bad. ETH is at 1710. Wait a second, that can't be possible. ETH is at 1740. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, Matic is at $1.16. Yeah, we shorted that from 121 this morning. We gotta go. We should probably close these positions. Cro is at 7.1. Atom is at 12.50. Cosmos Atom has been solid through the bank shakeup and all of this. But your big winners today are Immutable X, Stacks. Stacks has been in the top 10 like 5 out of 10 days. Phantom, Mask, ENS. We haven't seen ENS in the top 10 in a long time. What the fuck? What is going on over here?
Who's snoring?
I'm coming
Yo,
back.
Alpha, can you hear me?
That's not snoring. That's bong rips, Doc. You should get used to them.
Who's ripping the bang at, dude? Who's ripping the fucking bang over here? All right, I'm back to Twitter. Go ahead.
I thought it was low
Is it
snowflake.
low?
That's what I thought.
I didn't even know he was up here. Hey, Uncle Low, how we feeling today? Better than yesterday?
We felt great yesterday. We're feeling great today, Alpha.
Amazing. Better than yesterday is
Yeah.
pretty fucking good.
There wasn't any bad feelings yesterday. Yesterday was fun.
Yeah, we're good.
Unless you were that green net scammer.
No. We've been doing really well, like individually and as a group. So
Are we giving out participation awards? Is that what we're doing,
no,
Alpha?
we're trying to boil it down to basics, because believe it or not, Low, there are people who listen every day and still don't know what longing and shorting is. So we gotta break it down.
Yep. Pornhub.com.
That is so out of left field, man. Voodoo,
Whoa, what are you up to today?
save us.
You definitely see a lot
Hey,
of long and
Alpha,
short on Pornhub. That's for sure.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, Uncle. Yes.
Dude, get on DYDX, bro. I'm telling you. Leave all this fulcrum, all this funny business, and get on DYDX.
All right, man.
Is that the scammer that Jimmy was talking about? I'm not looking at my...
Don't test me today, Lo. Like, I have too much things to do, and like I'm just tired of everyone here. Like Bach and Mock, we're here.
Fine, leave. We're just tired of you.
What we do.
Holy shit, dude.
I was just looking for a confirmation. I wasn't looking at my phone, Bach, so I just trying to get a reference to the voice.
No, I wasn't looking at.
And I used my latest.
Was that you that was snoring? Everyone says it was you. Yeah.
What?
We
Who's snoring? Do I sound
I don't
asleep?
know, man. I was just checking the charts.
Hey, Alpha, what do you think about Mock's NFT? What's the word on that?
It looks blurry.
You can't see it?
No, it looks like a blurry version of you.
Twitter finally came in.
With what?
With the hexagon, bro. I'm trying to get back this hexagon.
Oh, it's switched. All right. Look at this. That's your other mutant? Is that the most recent one you bought?
Their other mutant.
Is that the one you're giving me?
Yeah, that's Bach's other mute,
There.
but knock.
I thought that was the
Yeah, I
communities.
thought you were giving me
Communities.
one.
Do you want
Yeah,
one,
I want
Alpha?
one.
You
Yeah,
promise you're
it'll
not
be
gonna sell it
fractionalized.
or
Alpha,
dump it
Well, I
on
alpha.
me,
mean,
It'll
like,
be
or
it'll be
dump it back?
fractionalized. It'll be fractionalized in the next 3 months. Don't
Damn,
worry,
bro.
you'll
Bach,
get
Like,
one.
why
you
am I the
think
only
I
one
don't
here
want to
with like
like
a lot of
go to
money?
other spaces and actually get let up as a speaker as soon as I request? Like, that's what
Wait, will you change that as your PFP
I
if I
would
give you
switch
one?
it. Yeah, sure.
So you will give away the chimp or whatever they're called, the
I
Chronos
I
chimp?
could never give this
Holy
one
shit,
away.
dude! I don't know if that's 25 grand is worth that, bro. I don't know.
Life's too
Yeah, he
short.
can't do
You know, you
that.
got to find out.
If he gives it to you, Alpha, how's he gonna fractionalize it?
But yeah, dude, I'm trying to close my my short. Well, where do you think it goes from here, bro? Do you think maybe we test back like 25.90 or 25.8? Zeus, what's so funny, Zeus? Like, what? Zeus has been chopping me like for the last like few days. Like, I don't know what's
Well,
going
it's
on. Like,
hard. It's hard for everybody around here, you know.
the moment Minty gives him points on his rug collection, like out of nowhere, he feels like he's a tough guy. You know,
Is that what it is?
gets a whole lot of. I don't know, bro. It's
Well,
something.
minted points.
Wait, is that? I can't see my phone. Is that bit Doge or
Minted
that's
points
spam?
really. Hold
I
on, I
can't.
gotta mute everybody. These guys are fucking out of pocket. So, minted rewards. Very important to get them if you're not getting them. We are gonna give out no, not eyeballs. What's the other one? Marbles. We're giving out marbles for every Thundercat mint after. Yeah, there's only one mint left, and then we're giving out 10 marbles for 870 through 880. So these are, we bought them at like 180 last week, and now they're at 230, and you're getting 8 points a day just for listing. So if you don't have one, you can get one by minting Thundercats. 199 Cro. It's a fucking deal. I'm doing the math. So you're getting 222 Trooprz tokens. You're getting a marble versus marble. The floor is 240. And you're in the running for a Chronos chimp. Yeah, probably the best deal going. IslandThunder.io. And shout out to our sponsors.
You gotta pump it up a lot more,
Hold on.
Alpha.
Wait,
Like,
have the mute button come up. Shout out to our sponsors. I forgot to put them in the title. But luckily they're up here co-hosting.
Refund.
It's Friday, man. It's their last day. Chill.
Alpha, what are
Listen,
some of the utilities of this collection?
Which one?
The Thundercats. The Thundercats, the one that are minting right now.
Well, if I read the
listen.
description that you wrote, they're an essential part of.
That I wrote. Whoa. That I wrote? What do you mean I wrote? You sent it to me.
I did not write that. The defenders of the blockchain. Did I write that?
I don't think I wrote
think
that,
somebody that's not me
You
wrote
don't
it.
think? That's not a conclusive
Doesn't
answer.
sound like something I would write.
It's either you did or you didn't.
You might
But
be giving away
anyways,
something today.
Lo, happy to hear that you got through your surgery and you're doing better. God bless. Big up
I
to
appreciate
you.
that, bro.
No problem. Troops, loving the new collection, looking good. I just came in here like you guys can't be arguing.
Yes,
Not today.
seriously.
It's a
Thank
fucking
you,
green
Voodoo.
stick. When was the last time you saw Bitcoin at 27,000? For God's sake, it's been like a year and a half. So let's stick to the charts for today. That's going to be plenty of time for bickering when we're, in the next bear market.
Amen.
But things are looking
Hallelujah. Thank you, Voodoo. That's exactly what I'm saying. In fact, we started the space like that. Bach was up here talking that talk. 27K this morning we woke up to. And Bach and I both made the same reaction. We put in some short positions. And for those of you that are still learning how this works, a short position is when you say
3 inches
what?
or less.
Go ahead, Lo, you take it. You explain what a short position is.
These people are being so snippy today, bro.
You guys, this is your show. You go. You got it.
I said 3 inches or less. I'm just being a troll. But, no offense, Bach.
Aren't you like a grown
I'll,
man, Lo?
I am a grown man, yeah. But are you saying grown men can't have fun, Bach?
Hey, we got
I
grown
mean, we
You're
don't
men.
coming
on.
up on the recorded
We
stage
got
talking
big
about
boys. We got
Pornhub
little
and
girls. We got
long and
everybody's here,
short
man.
meat.
It's a family. It's a family.
I'm
It's a
about making
Friday,
money
Bach.
today.
It's a Friday, Bach. My mom. I don't live in my mom's basement, so I don't have to watch the
Oh my
tone of
God,
my
I'm booting
voice.
everybody.
I can just have
Can we
fun.
remember what Voodoo just said? He said we can fight tomorrow because tomorrow's Saturday and there's no fucking Coffee and Cro, so I don't have to listen to it. Today we got 23 minutes left until we got to get out of here. So if you got, oh
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Jesus
whoa, whoa,
Christ,
whoa! You're lying. You're
oh I
lying
can't mute
because
him.
see the mute. Yeah, you can't mute me. See the thing is you started late. You were actually 15 minutes late. So I think you're lying on
All
that
right, all
time.
right, all right. 11:15. I'll you're. And I said I brought my wife to the boat, and we've got a lot to talk about today. We haven't even gotten to how Doodles is a rug. We haven't talked about CZ buying $250 million worth of BNB. We haven't talked about any of this shit. The Arbitrum airdrop.
Oh man, somebody's throwing punches this morning now. Look at that. Even Alpha picked violence today.
You know what, Lo? We're gonna leave you up here because we like you, but you're on thin ice, buddy.
Well, drop me down. I'll go ahead and start flooding the space from the Twitter feed.
Well,
It's
that's why we
okay.
have you up here in the first
Wait,
place.
did CZ actually execute that much BNB purchase, or he's planning
No,
to?
watch. Are you watching that wallet? It doesn't have $1 billion in it anymore. It has like 800 million.
Yeah, he's been slowly buying
Actually on the
in.
blockchain, it's moved.
It moved. It moved
Yeah,
yesterday.
he's been buying in. Yeah, yeah, he
He's
has
been
plenty
buying
of money
today.
to go.
Voodoo, you say he's been buying today?
Yesterday. I can't believe you're not watching this.
I don't, dude. I'm not watching CZ's fucking wallet. Like, I don't know, dude.
Take it easy. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's so hot today.
God damn, dude. It's Zeus and
Did
Low,
you guys
bro.
make the wrong
Like,
bets?
they're always
What the
giving me
fuck did I
hostile
do?
energy.
I'm just sitting here.
Dude,
You know.
you call me Pit Doge. Like, what did I
you
do to
guys
you,
short
Zeus?
ETH
Well,
at
when are you gonna pay
1600?
your
What did you
staff? I
do?
heard your staff is not getting paid in a while.
Somebody shorted ETH at 1600 in here, and I'm gonna find you because you're fucking it up for
No,
everybody.
that was you.
What's going on, Zeus? Wait. What did you say?
What now? What?
I'm asking Zeus what he
Okay, you're
said.
not Pit Doge.
No, he said
No,
something
after
about
I said
paying
that,
it.
he said I'm not
Yeah, he
paying my
said.
staff. What do you mean by that?
No, I don't think he said staff. I think he just said paying stuff. Stuff, I think is what he said. Stuff.
Paying stuff. All right.
No, I heard your staff, the people that have that you have under you working for you. You haven't paid them in a while.
And who told you that?
How's that the fact? Like we are getting paid
There's his staff
USDC
right there, man.
always. Yeah, like I'm on
Zeus, like,
staff.
aren't you a grown
What are you
man,
talking
bro?
about? Like,
Like,
why are you spreading all these weird rumors and stuff?
Well, I have a recording from a space from someone saying that they're not getting paid. Back hasn't
Who,
paid them in a while.
Marcus? Is it fucking
I don't think
Marcus?
they're on this. Yeah, I don't think they're. Yeah, it's
We
probably
haven't paid Marcus
Marcus.
in 9 months. Someone should tell him he got fired.
What about that guy Ian who started
Marcus was
Bitcoin?
fired. There you go. And Ian, yeah, Ian was let go as well. So.
Fox, need comeback. Aren't you a
Ian
grown
started
man?
his own shit. Ian's the one.
no, dude, I feel like we have kids in this space, bro. Like Zeus is like, oh, you're not paying your staff.
You
Like,
guys, you
dude, go to
sound very childish
go to
today.
Facebook and tell people like, I don't know what the
Buck,
hell.
your picture's a monkey. Seriously.
Yeah, it's $100,000 monkey. Some
All right,
respect
I'm
on
gonna
the
just
fuck.
scoot
Was.
everybody real quick. Huddle, you're good. We're all apes. Okay, so you really want to boil it down? You're a monkey. I'm a monkey. He's a monkey. They're a monkey.
Whoa! Speak for yourself. I'm a meerkat. I am
At
definitely
the
a meerkat.
moment, Texas, go ahead, buddy. We're gonna unmute for you, but I swear to God, one of these guys is gonna get it.
All right. So Kronos Accelerator program. Just accepting crypto.com as the newest grantee.
No, come on. That's
What
not
the
even
fuck is
funny. Are
that?
they really that?
Are they?
Uh,
Is the list really that sick?
I'm bullish on
that is
crypto.com, and I'll give you
unbelievable.
my one number. I'll give you my number one reason they just got accepted for the Kronos Accelerator program. I don't know if you guys knew about that,
Woo! Bullish.
but super bullish.
We might get back to
Hey, Alpha,
777.
can I just ask one question real quick?
Why?
Like, may I know who's not getting paid? Like Zeus, is this because I feel like it's like a recent development?
Yeah, we need names. Oh God. All right,
Okay,
I'll
talk
send you
about
the
how.
recording back. I'll send you a DM with the recording of the
guys.
space.
Thank you.
Hold on, wait. Can you send it to like everybody? Because I kind of want to know.
Uh-oh, somebody's gonna get fired from their
I'm
free
booting
job.
everybody. Natalie is here.
It was the one on the Mac
Okay.
account, Mac Fi
Zeus is
account.
gone.
That's why.
Low is fucking gone. Who else? Who else wants it? Bach? Anybody? All right, Natalie, we're on our best behavior. If you're new here, welcome to Coffee and Cro. And we're feeling bullish today. Kip is here from the Crypto Report. We were just telling a 19-year-old who was we lost him. Oh God. He's back.
I've got a confession to make.
What's up?
Well, my confession is this. I'm not paying any of my staff because I don't have any staff because I'm running a community and not a business. So apologies to my staff for your lack of payment. But they still turn up every day and support the community that they're part of and spread the good word and do all that great stuff.
And one day we'll have
Thanks
to
very
write a
much for
book
that.
about this because I was trying to explain this to my little cousin last night. I mean, by little, I mean he's 22 or whatever. How do you run a decentralized organization? Because as a project founder, it's basically what you're doing, right? Is you're leading a decentralized organization, and it's a first. We're learning every day. But what Trooprz said is 100% true.
Hey, and it's worth saying just as a caveat, it's not the same for everybody because there are Web3 businesses. And I think back, for example, with a sort of a DEX and all that, like the finance stuff, you possibly could relate that as a business in some ways. But for the majority of founders that are doing sort of PFP type stuff, community type stuff, it is a community. And honestly, I've been banging on about this a lot over the last week or so, and some people really resonate with it, some people completely disagree with it, and whatever, everyone has their own view. But I genuinely believe that's why we've lost a lot of reasonable projects over this bear market, is because they were being run by businesses. And when the market drops in the real world or in here and the money dries up, businesses fail. They have to let go of their staff, for example, because they can no longer pay them, and any good intent or great roadmaps that you had are gone because you're running a business. But NFTs, particularly PFP type projects, they're based on a community, and it's not just like a flippant word that you say. It's that's where the value is derived from in an NFT. That's where it doesn't come from anywhere else. It comes from that community, what they believe it holds, and then whatever utility you offer. And so, if you don't build the community first, bear or bull, the chances of your NFT project surviving is slim to none.
And it continues to blow me away. Like the projects that have taken in the most funding on the Ethereum side continue to fail. And the fact that Doodles comes out yesterday and says we're no longer an NFT project,
Right.
It's confusing, man. Really.
And some of those are because it's easy to throw money at a problem and then build something around it, but eventually people kind of get bored of that. Even look closer to home here on the Kronos side, like how many of the accelerator programs have actually succeeded, and they're the ones with the most funding and the most backing and the most money, right? But they're false communities. They don't have communities because they're not doing the work first to build the community. Anyway,
well,
that's my
yeah,
little
because
ramble.
the the product that we are all looking for is attention, and what we're fighting each other for is attention or engagement. You know, there's plenty of eyes to go around, so I think the better we get along, the more profitable it's going to be in the NFT world. So that's another reason I don't like the fighting so much. And I try really hard in here to keep everybody getting along. You know, you can't force them to, but you can.
And the thing is, as well, I guess, Bach, you've been around long enough, and you've been the proponent of a lot of this stuff yourself. Like this is DeFi, it's Web3, it's degen land. If you can't take a little bit of the shit that gets thrown, and you can't like roll with the punches a little bit, then you're going to really struggle. Like, I mean, I understand, like, you might be, oh, that's FUD, but honestly, I feel like the more you make a big deal of it yourself, you're just fueling the fire, right? Or it makes people believe there's no smoke without fire. So you're best just to roll with it. Everyone's got to take a little bit here and there. Everyone gives it, everyone takes it. That's what separates here from, you know, the shirt and ties of the professional Web2 world, I think.
Yeah, Bach.
You can't come in here
I
thinking,
I don't know if the punches are shared like equally though. You know, I think we
well,
take
that's
a
fair.
good
That's
share
fair.
of them, a
No, that's
good
fair.
piece of the pie. You know.
Hey, no, but
But
Trooper,
yeah, no,
the one
100%.
thing I would say, look, like I kind of enjoy it a little bit. You
Yeah,
know, it
you do.
inspires me to
Now we're getting to it.
make funny videos, good content, good engagement. You know, at the end of the
That
day,
one
you know,
video was
like,
good. The boxing one, that was good.
oh, bro, you like?
Yo, the Joe Rogan one, that is fire. That is so funny. Even if you don't like Bach, you gotta check that out because it's hilarious.
Wait, Texas, what's going on? Why you thumbs down, bro?
That
Like,
was a
you
slip.
mad?
That was a slip. I didn't know Joe Rogan endorsed you. That's so cool.
Zeus, what's up? What's up, bro? What's going on?
It's so funny to hear the way you guys are like, oh, we get all the fun. And most of it lands on us. Like meerkats don't get it, lions don't get. Nobody else gets fun.
Yo,
It's
meerkats
just
might have been
Bach's Chrono
fudded the
Squad.
hardest.
You're
Like, you
right.
guys want to measure punches like this is the arcade or something. Meerkats took a 99.9 hit on the punch bag.
Yeah, they took real punches, like
So
real punches.
Bach literally comes in here and talks shit about meerkats every day, and then
All right,
cries when
now
he
we're
gets the
getting back
punches
into
back.
it.
Like,
Hold on,
why are you
hold on,
guys throwing them?
hold on.
Holy goodness!
No, no,
Maybe you
no.
guys
Like the
forgot there's a
Meerkats
million here.
have dropped
Chill.
like ridiculously.
Wait,
Like that's why they need to take
Yeah,
real
yeah.
punch.
Imagine if Bach didn't sell a derivative copy and then sell a fractionalized copy to his community in order to pay for the one that he already got. I wonder how down bad you
all right,
guys would be.
Do you honestly think that
bro. I
math
can
adds
mute
up? Like,
that guy, and then I can
No, you're right. The math would
Kip in
never
the
add up.
hands. We're going to Kip because I keep losing him. Kip, wait, gotta unmute. Kip from the Crypto Report.
What's
What's up?
good? How you doing, man? Morning. Hey, does anybody else not know what a Bach is?
Be careful, Alpha's feeling a little jumpy today.
He might kick you.
I'm just playing around, guys. You got to feel good today. We got some big price gains here on BTC.
Let's go, Kip. I think you might be the man for the job here. The people want to know what is a long position and a short position, and what's the best way for them to get into it in a safe way.
It's a long position and a short position. It's a great way to make a lot of money or lose it all. Yeah, I mean, you can trade your money at leverage, boys. Double your bag, triple your bag. Trade it as if you had 10 times the money you wish you had. Maybe you're bullish. Trade it long. Maybe you're bearish. Trade it short. Set your stop losses. Take your profits. Don't get greedy. And build a bag of Bitcoin.
That's what's up. I'll take it.
You know, I liked what you were saying the other day. I was listening to you. I mean, you were going for something. The key is with it, I try to avoid leverage trading. I have a tough time with it personally, just in full honesty. I don't love to do it. I know it's a great tool. I need to take more time. You got to put a lot of time and effort into it. But the biggest thing is coming up with a plan. You know, I'm going to long it when it hits this level, and I'm going to take profit at this level. And you were saying, Alpha, the other day, I'm getting in there right now. That's what you're saying. And, you're taking a gain at like 15% and you're out. And now you're looking for your next entry. And I think that's key. But I think what a lot of people mess up on when they do leverage trading is they enter the market immediately after they close a trade and they enter right back into a trade. And that's just not the way to do it. You got to be patient. You got to look for your time to short it. You shorted it from 27K, maybe that's a great short, right? I mean, that could make sense, right? That's like the top of this range. Like, are we really going to blast off the 30K in the next, 4 hours, 12 hours? There's a fractional chance,
Yeah, and
right?
I hope you caught
But
this part of my strategy, because this is actually one of the best parts of my strategy, is that when I'm making that 10 to 15% on, let's say, a long position, um, it I'll get right back in, but I'll get back in the opposite direction with that 10% profit. So that's like 10, $15, and that's a hedge on my profits, right? So I'm taking the profit and saying, all right, if it goes back down, I'm still holding my original token that I was longing, and now the profit that I made is 30x long on it going back down. So I do this with multiple wallets, and I do it a little different strategy in each one. And by doing this, I'm leveraging the original trick from when I first learned how to do this, which is I can make small bets, hard leverage to me on Kronos, 30x, the highest you can go at the moment. Small positions, heavily leveraged, up and down. So the most I can lose is my $10 position in the wrong direction, and then the real best part is the positions that I forget to close, because all this is mostly short term, and sometimes I'll find a position from 1 or 2 days ago and it's up 100, 200%. That's always a nice surprise.
those are the most fun trades ever. Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, I've had some legendary trades that are days long, but those get dangerous. I mean, you stay in the trade too long, you start to get great. I'll tell you, Femex is super dangerous in my mind. It just that moving that little
That's what
scroller,
that
it's
you
so
can
easy.
go up 100, 150x on Femex, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's 100. I think you can go up like 20x on. Nah, maybe even like 40 or 50x on Ethereum. They put some limits on some coins, but a lot of like you can go 100x on Bitcoin. I know, maybe even 150, but it's yeah, not good. And unfortunately, I learned that lesson years ago.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
got to
I,
put
I
guardrails on ourselves. We don't need regulators to come in and tell us that 20x is as high as you can go. You got to regulate yourself. You got to say, "All right, I'm new to this. I'm going to take $10, and even though the lever goes all the way up to 30, I'm going to start with a 5 or a 10 and
I
see where
totally
it
agree.
goes."
I totally Yeah, it's a really strange thing that they want to like, you don't limit how much. I mean, I guess the house limits at a casino, how much you can bet just because how much they have that they can pay out, or whatever that is. But for the government to come in and say you can only do this much leverage doesn't make sense to me. And if I want to get burned, let me get burned. That's kind of the way. It's if a business can fail, let the business fail.
And
If
if
the
you want to
banks
play
are
with
gonna
fire, then
fail,
welcome to crypto, because everything is on fire and you can play with any of it, because this is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget that shit. It means it's the wild, wild west. You got to own your keys, you got to own your crypto, and you got to know what you're doing. So let's go Voodoo, Uncle Low, Texas.
All right. Well, we'll bring it all the way back to what Troops was saying earlier. I do agree there needs to be an emphasis on community, but at the same time, I think if you're going to put yourself in a position of a a project manager, founder, community manager, whatever, project manager, you need to have some type of like background in either business or finance, or have someone as part of the team that has that background, because I think that's what's allowed a lot of these projects to survive, is that there's someone there doing the financial planning to make sure you're prepared for a rainy day, to make sure that your the amount of money that you're sending out doesn't overshadow the amount of money you're bringing in. Just basic numbers, right? I think that's very important, and I think the projects that were able to do that are the ones that are able to survive this, and they're able to continue paying developers and building out because they plan ahead. They have the money there to build out, regardless of what the market is doing or the community is. So I think that business background is very important for the future of a lot of these projects if they want to survive.
Great points. Lo, what do you think?
I think Voodoo's spot on as usual, and it's a perfect segue to my question around the rhetoric around doodles being a rug. I'm surprised that people have jumped to that immediate conclusion um, without maybe
It's just
doing the
everyone's
research and
favorite
really
word. I mean,
understanding.
it's not a rug, but they switched it up on everybody, and it really shook them up.
But did they? Right? If you've been following doodles long enough, then this is not a surprise. Not necessarily a surprise in strategy. They took on VC funding early on. They're becoming a brand, right? I mean, that's what we expect every NFT product to become, is like a business, right? They start off um, as like NFT projects that are community led and things like that, but eventually the brand is supposed to get big enough that it starts becoming a big business. And so when Poopy says we're not an NFT project, we're a business, I mean, that's the goal.
But he also
And
said
so I
floor it
think
in
we're
GTFO, and that was weird.
yeah, I mean, well, that's I get it, right? A founder shouldn't be like that with their investors and things of that nature. And he'll probably get a little coaching from 776 on that. And so but the spaces do get frustrating, right? I mean, look at you. You booted Zeus and I, which we're very humble and flowers on the wall type people, and you had enough, and you booted us. So people do eventually get enough, and then they act out of character, and so Poopy probably fell into that category where momentary lapse in judgment. But that being said, like the Doodles project, right? So it's kind of like Moonbirds too. These projects, they start off with funds from the community through their mint, and eventually they start getting traction. And if they're good at what they're doing, then they're able to evolve what was a PFP project into something more. And that's the goal. Now the tricky thing, and I think where people are getting upset with Doodles, is more the comment about we're not worried about the financial gain of the investors, and what he's meaning there is more like short term versus long term gain, right? A lot of people, especially because of the way the apes have moved, are looking for instant gratification, right? There's a template and there's history, right? Where the apes are dropping you potions, they're dropping you dogs, they're dropping you land. And, for some of these other projects, especially if you bought in at a high price, people are like, why can't we be more like the apes? Like, when am I going to get some ROI on my PFP that I have for this project? And that's the template, right? But there's also like risk when you're a first mover, and the apes are first mover, and that's why with ape they're getting looked at right now by the SEC. So people recognize that and see that, hey, they paved the way, and they've kind of laid out a template, but there's a amount of risk, and so let's see how this plays out. Like, they may have been wanting to do exactly what the apes are doing, but held off because of what they're experiencing. And so it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's we all learn in this space and we got involved with it. And so as we look at Doodle, we look at Moonbird, we look at all these projects that are in Clone X that are getting beat up right now. they are not able to do what the apes did. So they're kind of at a disadvantage. They're building, they're continuing to work in the background. Now, one of the things that they can improve on is communication, to say, hey, these are the things that we're doing, give timelines and things of that nature. But to say rug, right? I mean, Alex, I gave it to Alex shit the other day because it's like, obviously you're just engagement farming. You're just trying to get. It's kind of like clickbait. Um, and so, sorry, I'm multitasking. I shouldn't be gaming and trying to talk. But,
Yeah, easy,
you know,
Sam. What are you doing to me here?
no, sorry to finish, but we want these projects to become businesses, right? And they said, the next Disney is going to come from the NFT space, and if that's truly the case, then there's a lot between here and there, and so, I understand the sentiment to say we're not an NFT project anymore, because what he's really meaning is like, we're a business. Like, we're not just like airdrops. We're not just like um, dropping tokens. We're not just like spacing, whole spacing. Like, we are talking to brands. We are bringing on partners. We're expanding, and so that's what he means, right? And the financial gain for the investors is going to come over time. But you got to, give the projects time to build, right? These businesses are not created overnight. I mean, you look at Tesla; they almost went bankrupt. Their stock was $4. Elon was on the fence, and they went to 4,000, right? But you had to believe, you had to, trust the vision, and so this Web3 space isn't conducive for those types of investment minds, because everybody wants, now, right? They look at the floor price, and they look at the floor price as indicative of where the project is, right? And that's really bad, because they don't take the time to go research the project. They look at the floor price and they say, well, yesterday it was 5, today it's 4. It must be going, it must be going bad for them. And they don't necessarily not just research the project. They don't even understand the market to say what are the other factors that are playing in. And right now we have the blur farm, the token farming that's going on, right? And so you've got that debacle that's creating a lot of pressure. You got people that are throwing a bunch of these NFTs into bids just to recoup some money, especially with the bear market, where they're getting frustrated. And then you got Machi, he's down 3,500 ETH in the past couple weeks. And but people don't take the time to look and analyze and understand all that. They just see the floor price, they see a Twitter post, they like, retweet it, or they exacerbate the false narrative. And that's where we also need to grow as a community, right? They say all boats rise, and we talk about not infighting and all that other stuff. Well, you don't necessarily need to do the infighting, but you can still be contributing to the toxicity by, not necessarily doing your homework or putting out, false narratives. So the doodles aren't a rug, the moonbirds aren't a rug, Clonex is not a rug. I think we all know what the definition of rugs are. Now, are they experiencing, downward pressure? Yeah, I mean, they are. But think about the ETH was $1,000 to $1,200 just a few weeks ago, and it's gone up almost 30-40%. So we do say one ETH is one ETH, but sometimes there is that factor to say, if I bought something for 10 ETH and ETH was 1,000, and now ETH is 1,700 and it's 60, like, am I down, right? I'm down ETH, but USDC, I'm still even, right? And so but not all the markets play that way, right? Because if you look at Chronos, like, there's no adjustment for dollar prices. We were talking about chimps yesterday. Like, chimps at one point were going for a couple of thousand, and now, like, the floor is $70. Like, it just shows, like, the one pro or the one ETH equal one ETH, like there is a USD factor in there that sometimes gets considered, and people adjust the floor prices accordingly, but sometimes they don't. And so we just, this is a learning space. People are starting to get, trying to up their game and really understand more,
Yeah,
the
man. I
dynamics
think we
of this
need more
space.
learning spaces, because I think one of the main reasons that Chronos specifically has floor prices where they're at right now, um, is due to a an uneducated NFT user base. I mean, everybody around here is new in the sense that they learned about NFTs from Chronos. You know, they learned about it around here. They started around here, and it's gonna take time. Like you were saying, like these businesses, if you're in it for the long term, like what's your definition of long term when you say that?
Well, you hope to never go out of business, right? Long term, right? You want to be a Coca-Cola, you want to be a Nike. So, it starts with an idea, Microsoft in a garage, and you hope to eventually be a staple, right? And so long term for these companies or for these NFT projects, they start off with ideas and ambitions of individuals, and the hope is that you can drive these to be brands, and then you may start off in one business sector, then you start to pivot and get into other areas like Apple, they start off in computers, um, and then but now they do phones, and they're looking at cars, and they're looking at renewable energy, so you continue to evolve yourself. And so these companies that start off as PFP projects, they may start off as just art and community. Eventually, maybe they get into merch. They get a break, and now they're getting into other areas, right? And so like the Doodles, they're looking at media. They're working with Pharrell. They're working with others well known. Right? And they're backed by the Reddit co-founder. And so the hope is that maybe 10, 15 years down the road, like maybe there's a section of Disney that is doodle themed, and how cool would that be? Because I mean, the pastels and all that. Like, no, that's one of the reasons. Like, for me, like I gravitated to the colors and the art because I could see my kids really enjoying it, and so sometimes you invest in these things too because of where you think they could go, right? Not necessarily where they're at.
And people need to
No, do you
understand
think?
while we're educating, right, that color scheme that Doodles came up with has permeated the entire NFT space.
Oh,
Like the
completely. Their
rainbow
first,
barf,
yeah,
that's something that they came up with that's become a trait in the chimps.
yeah.
It's created yeah, it's made a mark.
I know there's a couple of hands, but I want to just jump in real quick. Like, do you think it's fair to say that, like, obviously all businesses have different paths, all communities have different paths. There's different flavors of different things. So these communities that built solid NFT communities and have been successful, and then have kind of pivoted or grown, or however you want to position it, into kind of looking to become more of a business, a brand, like you say. Is it fair to say that brand and that business is then moving back to Web 2 for the most part? That's
That's
kind of how I mean, if they can then bring it back to Web 3, awesome. But to be fair to Doodles, I think on that one tweet, it was so unfortunate because I think all that the guy did was miss out one word, and that was just. All he meant to say was, we're no longer just an NFT project. And that's absolutely awesome and fair. But people were like, you're no longer an NFT project? What? But yeah.
yeah.
That's
No,
why
I
I
think
keep telling y'all, send me your tweets, send me your white papers, let me fucking proofread your shit, please. Look at what
I
happens.
mean it's a great question, great point, Truth, because I think we all recognize Web 3 is early, right? So where is the money? Web 2. So I think you have to go back, and make it something that is
Totally.
um,
Yeah.
absorbed in IRL, right?
Totally. And then if you
Uh,
can influence that space to then later, when this does become, as Web3 gets out of the sort of innovation space and more into the mainstream space, then hopefully those founding projects, those innovators of the space that kind of made it here, built their brand in Web2, can then be the influencers, like not like real influential, like influential in the business world, to then bring people back to Web3 or show the power of Web3, I guess. That's how I would like to see it go full circle.
yeah,
Hey,
we
I
talked
think
about it
we got
last
like
night.
5 minutes left in Alpha Space, and I've been waiting with my hand up, so I'm gonna go ahead and just
Give me one
jump right
second,
in.
Tex. Give me one second, Tex. I know you're trying to get your March Madness bracket situated.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. The so Web 2, right? And a lot of people don't like this, right? Because they're like Web3 needs to be separate from Web2 and all that. But I think we recognize like there needs to be that's the only way the money comes in. And years from now, yeah, you'll that it's the technology and it's the embracing and the adoption of the technology. But that won't happen unless people see the potential and the history of success. And so if you can't launch a Web3 project and turn it into a money making Web2 project, that now sets the tone for everybody else, then you're not going to get people to come into this space because they don't see anybody else that's done it, and it's going to be too cost prohibitive or too risky to try to do. So the more projects that can make those migrations and transitions, the better it's going to be for us, because the more people that are going to accept the technology and come back into the space and grow it. Go ahead, Tech. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was just actually kind of piggybacking on that point of it all being a business. The latest crypto.com accelerator through Kronos giving away money to itself. And I love this. Giving away money to the DeFi wallet. It's almost like the meme, of Obama giving himself an award. But you also have Altcoin Buzz, one of our friends, and Kronos ID. So it's kind of interesting to see who gets those accelerate grants.
Kronos ID, that's also crypto.com. So how many medals can you give yourself? Maybe it's a contest.
Maybe no one else is doing good enough work that they think that they need to just do it themselves. Who knows?
Maybe we're not giving them enough credit. Who does know? Voodoo, you know?
I don't know about that, but back to what Mo was saying about Doodles, if I recall correctly, he also mentioned something in that tweet about turning the project over to a DAO, and that's kind of expected, really, because it's the only way for Doodle to avoid um, the regulation issues that comes with having a token, right? Because a lot of the communities were asking, when are we going to get our token? Bored Ape has their token, but Bored Ape did that not through Yuga Labs, but through a DAO system. That's how they were able to separate themselves legally from that token. And I think Doodle will have to do something similar in order to, again, avoid those
Let me come in
regulation
here. I
issues.
should say that Yuga Labs set up a company in Singapore and had their launch via that Singapore company legally. They did a lot of filings. They had a lot of money, of course, to do it. I don't know what you're referring to about this whole DAO system. They didn't launch in the United States. Now, they're able to get listed on exchanges because they paid a lot of money to get listed on those exchanges. You make it sound like if you set up your structure correctly, they'll accept you. No, they gave millions of dollars to these exchanges.
Well, let me step in here real quick and explain what you think I said but didn't say. What I said
Wait,
was
wait, wait,
simply
wait,
that
hold on. Let me.
yeah, I'll
What you're
complete my
saying about
thought if you give me a
I was slow on the button.
Go ahead, Voodoo. I got you.
Thanks,
Go
Hollis.
ahead, Voodoo.
Thank you. So what I said was that's the separation between Yuba Labs. Yuba Labs did not launch the Ape token. It was launched through a DAO and then given out to Ape holders. And that's their biggest argument that, this isn't our token. This was a DAO, separate entity that distributed these tokens. That being said, if Doodle wants to go down the same route of, and they still ended up with issues with the government, right? That being said, if Doodles wanted to go down the route of a token, because I think that's something that's also being mentioned in the community, in the Doodles community, the best route for that to do, they absolutely cannot do it through the Doodle entity itself. I don't know what corporation is behind Doodles, whatever, but they cannot do it through that because they would automatically set them up to deal with the issues of security. The only way they could possibly do something like this, if this was something they're inclined to even think about, it would be through like a DAO type system where it creates some type of separation between Doodles and the token.
It's an interesting hypothesis.
I think it's a hypothesis. I mean, they did have a lot of money to be able to launch all.
Yeah.
But what you said, what you basically premised on what I was saying, wasn't entirely what you thought you said.
Well, life is confusing, but we do have the nifty NFT project up here, and I'd love to hear from this little guy.
What's happening, fam? Just want to wish everybody a good Friday. Hope y'all have a blessed Friday. Make it an amazing day. My name is JP. I am the PR manager for Happy Art Club. So I just wanted to speak a little bit about our project. You guys been talking about a bunch of good stuff, a lot of good knowledge here. I wanted to shed a little bit of light on the Happy Art Club. Happy Art Club is an NFT for charity created by Primo himself. This NFT project was created to help him supply his son who is suffering from ASD, autism, sensory room. This past year, he has done amazing. He's been able to do that, and now we are switching gears, and we are going to make this project focus on being able to supply kids in need, families in need around the world with sensory equipment as well. It's very important that these all kids have the sensory equipment because it helps with a lot of major functions. It helps with them being able to stimulate their mind.
Is this the same project on your profile? Because your one says Nifty NFT.
Yes. So my company is called the Nifty NFT, and I'm a big supporter of the Happy Art Club. Happy Art Club is in here. He's down at the bottom listening as well.
Okay.
I joined forces with them this year because I fell in love with the project. I fell in love with the art.
So this is like a coalition.
Yes, it is. So we're out here.
But before we continue, Nifty, do you own a Thunder token?
A Thunder token? No, I don't.
Oh, okay. That's kind of the requirement for shilling in this
Oh,
space.
understood.
100. Yo, not only that, but I just saw a tweet from one of our supporting projects in here from the Susu Bears, who just burned 1 million Thunder in support of Coffee and Cro and the Jungle and the Thunder
So
Project.
10 cents?
Get the fuck out of here, Jimmy.
Yeah,
The bottom is in. The markets are going crazy, but Thundercats are always minting on islandthunder.io for 199 Cro or 11.99 USD. All of the funds go into trading liquidity for the token. So
on the Crocy.
Yes, sir. Crocy or islandthunder.io will link you right there. Big shout out to Susu Bears and to the Trooprz project, who is our sponsor this week. For My Brothers is minting on Ibisus. I minted one yesterday. I also got into the Croots, yo. Shout out to the Croots. If you guys are ever feeling down, if you're feeling bad about yourself, just buy a Croot and post it on Twitter. Holy shit. Those guys are fired up. They will welcome you with open arms. So shout out to Atlas and Dream and all of the builders here on Kronos that are just killing it every day. And one of these days, they're going to see us. We got to run. You don't have to go home, but you can
Hold
stay
on,
here.
Alpha. Before we
Oh,
run,
geez.
hold on. We're gonna plug something here. So Wavy has a competition next weekend, bro. Uh, as many Crow families can show up. We got a prize pool going. It's gonna be good, and I think you guys should fucking go and support him. So
Don't
fucking
forget
support
the
him.
Sundays. Yeah, don't forget the Sunday space, Mr. Hoddle, that Alpha may or may not show up to.
No, I confirmed 7 p.m.
Okay.
I think we're doing it this time, right?
I mean,
Holy shit, he did actually confirm too, dude. He sent a
I told
DM this morning. He was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I said, good luck getting this motherfucker to DM you back. It's like, you have a better chance fucking catching Batman. That
Hey,
motherfucker came in
we
this morning.
joke around. We joke around, but we don't fuck around. So drink that water, brush those teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. This is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget that shit. Don't tell your seed phrase to nobody. Not once, not never. That's all your shit going out the window. Pen and paper, you write it down, you put it in a safe, you put it someplace safe. And then show somebody else how to do this shit, because it ain't easy, but it's crofam for life. Lots of love, y'all. We will see you at 420, right back here. Lots of love. Peace.